Morning, folks. How you doing? I hope you're smiling. I hope you're happy, because you know it confuses the enemy. Here, different view for you today. Coffee with Kev. Different coffee cup. Guess what? I am north of the gate. But I am very fortunate to be at a dear friend's house who is very good, because when I have to go and do my work in the summer, these two girls get catered for and spoiled rotten in, I suppose, what would be for Doggyland a 5-star luxury. But not so much about that. It's up here to help, as they've recently moved, to put up a fence, sharing of labour. And the reason I thought I'd do this one today is this. I'm doing this out of love for friendship. Um, And for the cynical out there, it's cost me money to drive my economical car to get from my place to this place. It's cost me money. It's cost me time as well. But the one thing I'm not worrying about is money, because I see too many people that's all they care about. And in an off-grid group, there was a nice debate. Ava, there was a nice debate that was about people helping, and it has been suggested that I do similar with this woofing and things like this, to have people to come and help me, where obviously I have my health issue at the moment. And the relevant debate was actually going really quite well. And then this one single person just flipped the whole thing on its head. And it was saying that, by offering, somewhere free to park up is not free. Well, it is, it's cost no money. But you've got to give them X amount of labour per day to do that, like say sort of 2 hours. Well, you can park on a campsite for £15 a night. 2 hours is £7.50. I wouldn't work for £7.50. I think that particular person is really mistaken, and I feel quite sorry for them. It's about the experience, about the community element, even learning new tasks. You don't always get paid to go to school, do you? In the modern world, you have to pay to go to school, especially as adults. So the reality of it is, why do people consider everything in a form of monetary term? I've come up here, yeah, it's cost me fuel. Yes, I'm very fortunate. My friends are very dear friends, but I've asked, do they want me to get some eggs from the farm? Decent fresh eggs, as opposed to the shop bought ones. Oh yes, please. Do I give them a bill for those eggs? No. And there's a particular cake they like, and which I get from my local village shop, so I buy it. So for the cynical ones, I've spent my money on fuel, and let's get really cynical. I must add something extra for the wear and tear on my tyres and my brakes, etc., etc. And then obviously my time, where I'm digging holes as best I can and working as hard as I can within my limits at the moment to help them. Well, I should measure that as some sort of monetary term. But then I've spent money on eggs, and I've spent money on a cake. And it's like, oh, isn't this an expensive day out? For those of you that want to be that shallow and think of nothing but money, you're sadly mistaken. You're missing the point. That can split friendships, partnerships, communities apart. Look at how the nation, the world for that matter, look how that has been divided vastly because of money. It's money that causes all the problems. It's money that causes the wars. So to offer your time, enhance somebody else's life by giving some of your time. The world's a happier place for things like that, you know. If only more people could step backwards a little and not think about the money or the hourly rate. You know, we share plants. My friends grow certain plants. I grow certain plants. We swap. It saves having to use money in places like garden centres, etc., etc. Ava, and we trade the old school way of doing things. We trade. It may not be the equivalent of the minimum national wage or whatever, but it's satisfaction. I will have some plants growing at my place that I wouldn't have if it wasn't for my friends. Ava, leave people alone. Hey? And so why do everybody, there's so many people, it's all about money, it's all about money. And let them go to the garden centres and places and go and pay for all these plants. Whereas I get most of my plants free. We swap, we trade, we barter. And that's the best way of going through life. It's not rocket science. And it's always nicer when you go and see some friends or people that you know, because the coffee's free. You ain't got to pay for that. There's no Starbucks here. And it's not bad coffee, considering they're not coffee drinkers. So, you know, if only more people could just see that just spending time helping others, there is a far greater reward than getting your £11, £12 an hour. That's quite shallow if you ask me. So there we go. That's my little coffee with Kev, because the slave driver will be back again soon, because they've just gone down to get a few bits so that we can get a bit more of the fence done. So I'm taking a lovely opportunity to sit amongst this lovely floral display and chatting to you with a different environment. But let me show you before we go, because it's only a quick one today. I actually genuinely want to get on, but I'm having my little coffee break. But yeah, the peace and tranquility of what is a rural life. Come on, up you get, darling. Let me tell you this. The view from the back garden. It's a little bit special because when we turn around here, that is what I'm staring at. Talking to you. That's why I'm smiling. That's why I'm happy. That's why I like to confuse the enemy. But anyway, people, for those of you that have donated and those of you who are considering donating, I thank you from the bottom of my heart to my mission chicken. And yes, there, hopefully in the next week or so, I will have a bit of an update. I'm working on a little something. Let's see what happens. It should happen as soon as it happens. You'll know about it, people. And please, your comments, the likes, shares, all down the bottom. But your comments, you know I love them. Anyway, only a short and sweet one today because I'm busy. But you take care, people. We'll catch you soon. Ta-da for now. Bye.